Hey, I just got back from a trip to Peru like a month after finishing my semester with Verto, and I wanted to do a little rapid fire analyzation of how the experiences in my Verto semester made my other travel experiences after Peru, for example, easier and better. First off, my semesters in Argentina and Costa Rica taught me so much Spanish, and so therefore I have an intermediate Spanish level. Yes, I studied it there, but it also like hugely came from interacting with the people and immersion. And so I was able to communicate with the locals, and knowing the language of the place you're traveling to is always so helpful. And yes, it's definitely a part of the travel experience to kind of be in a place where you don't know what's going on and you don't know the language. And obviously I can't get around perfectly, but it's definitely very nice to be able to interact with the locals for help and also just to make connections. And that goes into the next thing. I feel like once you get comfortable, once you live in a foreign place, you learn how to like make connections with people from foreign places, and as you're traveling it just gets easier and easier to find those connections. And then also sometimes you have things to talk about, like for example, whenever I meet anybody from Argentina or from Costa Rica, that's like such a conversation starter, and I kind of just like have something to add to the conversation even if they aren't necessarily from those places, because I can like kind of add perspective from my time in Latin America. Next thing, it makes you way more culturally aware. So when I was in Cusco, Peru, there was like a huge party celebration going on. It was like during their flag day, and I definitely just feel like my time spent in other cultures and like appreciating them and learning about them makes those things like a lot more, I don't know, real to me. Like, I don't know, I feel like I just have like a lot more cultural understanding in general, and that's always really great. I'm just like very culturally interested now because I learned how much of an iceberg culture is, like meaning whenever I would like go on vacation or whatever, like I would learn very little, but then ever like since spending 3 months in a place, I'm like, wow, there is so much to learn about every country. Next thing is just little things. I went rafting in Costa Rica, zip lining, and then I had ridden a horse before Argentina, but like we really got to like spend a lot of time with them and have like kind of free range where like the ranchers or the gauchos helped us. And I went rafting and horseback riding in Peru. And so I just feel like doing things like that, and all of those things were activities I did within the program, and I would have done them anyway, but the fact that they were like kind of, it was like, yeah, like I'm just gonna do it because it's set up with the program. I felt a lot safer to like kind of do those things that were stepping out of my comfort zone. And then I swear, I don't think I would have been able to do the trek we did with the horses in Peru without the experience I had in Argentina, because it was kind of like more recent, and again, like we had a lot of time to be on the horses and really learn, and that was one of the most amazing things I've ever done. We like went up in the Andes, and yeah. And the rafting too, I was the only one there that had been rafting before, and it was great to just know what to expect. I don't think it takes away from the fun at all. For me, I felt like I could enjoy it more because I already kind of knew what to expect. Something else for some reason is like going into bodies of water. When we were in Machu Picchu, we just like randomly went into this river that flows through the middle of it, and it was so cold. But again, when I was in Costa Rica, I would go into freezing bodies of water all the time because like waterfalls and stuff like that. And then also in Argentina, in Iguazu, the water was really cold. But it just like made me way more comfortable and open to doing things like that because I had already done them before and been in environments where like I could be doing those things often. It's the next day, but I wanted to note one more thing. A little disclaimer, Costa Rica actually is not a program option anymore, but kind of like the point of me discussing all that is maybe if it's like not specifically like you're going to Argentina, and obviously Costa Rica isn't an option, so you're not doing those activities specifically. You do really cool activities while abroad with Verto, and you get all these opportunities. So what I talked about was just like specific examples to my locations that I attended, but in general, the point is that when you're abroad with Verto, you get these like really unique experiences and doing activities like those ones like I described. It makes you more comfortable to do certain things when you start traveling on your own, if you're able to do those things like more when you're in the program and you like, yeah. So just wanted to note that. And last but not least, it just makes travel easier. My travel experience to both my semesters and within my semesters were really manageable because I've been traveling my whole life and like going to airports and stuff. But being in both of those places, I got a lot of experience with like public transportation and booking buses to take day trips, and also taking solo trips. When I was in Argentina, I took a solo trip to Cordoba where I went on a plane, and just all of those things just gives you a lot more comfort to be able to navigate a place and navigate an airport and all those things on your own. That experience just like gives you so many skills in travel. And also like the first couple weeks you're in your new location, you're in a whole new place and you really have to figure it out, and that's exactly what it's like to travel. Besides all of my experiences within my semesters, going to Peru was the first time I went on like a vacation without my parents. Like I was just with my friend, but it felt very easy and natural. So Verto sets you up for success in so many ways, but it is an amazing way to get comfortable with all of the discomforts that come with traveling, and also just like knowing how to handle it. So yeah, there is just another pro of studying abroad with Verto education.